All right, we'll call this February 10th Essex County Board of Supervisors regular meeting to order. If you all please stand for the invocation, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to gather here tonight. We ask that you provide us the wisdom and guidance to make decisions that impact the best interests of our citizens. We ask that you continue to be with us and our community as always. In your precious name we pray, amen. Face the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. All right. Get a roll call, please, April.
Chairman Akers.
Present.
Vice Chairman Gill.
Present.
Supervisor Hale.
Present.
Supervisor Henry.
Here.
Supervisor Magruder.
Present.
You have a quorum. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. And I believe we have some modifications to our agenda. John, do you want to make those?
Like to add just a brief overview of some VACO legislation and some VIPSA information from meetings that we recently attended. And then we have a motion that we need to make as well, don't we?
For the BZA.
For the BZA.
So we'll add VIPSA, BZA, and
If there's time to do the other.
Could you just do those under the chairman's report?
we can, yeah, we can do that. We'll do,
That'll work?
yeah, we'll do those two under the chairman's report. That's fine. All right, can I get a motion to accept the agenda with the suggestions that have been made?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. All right, next we have no recognitions tonight. We have no public hearings, so we'll move right into our public comment section. And let me get to we're a little slow. Each speaker shall provide his or her full name and Essex County address for the record. Before addressing the board, each speaker will be limited to 5 minutes. And at this point, we will open it up to public comment. State your name and address for the board, and you have the floor.
Jessica Laura Davis, 1119 Tanier Drive, Tappahannock, Virginia, 22560.
You have the floor. Go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Jessica Davis. I am here tonight to speak with you as a survivor of domestic abuse. I have learned my story is quite common in Tappahannock. It could have happened to any man, woman, African American, white, or Latino. I'm not merely a number. I am a mom, teacher, daughter, and sister. I have faced incredible challenges in our local system. Finding work as a teacher was initially fruitless. My partner told lies about my mental health, competency, and character. In return, I suffered from medical neglect. I retold my story until there was no one left to listen. I never expected life after abuse to be easy. My entire life, I have worked hard, graduating at the top 10% of my high school class, earning a BA in English from William & Mary, becoming a state licensed teacher in 2007, and earning a master's degree in reading and literacy in 2012. I did not deserve to be re-victimized. Re-victimization happened in leading questions with social workers, psychologists, and lawyers, urging me to take responsibility for my partner's mistakes for my children's sake. I never anticipated being put under the microscope and dissected until there was nothing left. I could not have foreseen the over 9 months total spent in shelters for abused women as my partner enjoyed the comfort of our marital home. Once finally separated and living in my own space, I could not have predicted my partner would use his friends to invade my life in the most private ways as I fought for custody. I am strong within reason, but we all have our limits. Today, nearly 9 years later from when our family's CPS case was first open in May 2017, I am still without a lawyer to take my case and finalize my divorce. We live in a community thick with lore and history. My abuser has the power to rewrite that history and excuse himself of responsibility. Without legal representation, I am powerless to stop him. My rights were violated. We need to provide reasonable support, especially legal, for victims of domestic abuse. We need to provide medical help as well and correct documentation of abuse when it is occurring. Covering bruises became a necessity for survival in my husband's household. This is never acceptable. Believe me when I tell you an abuser knows how to do optimum damage, leaving minimal evidence. For example, a strike on top of the hard skull is much less obvious than bruises left in soft, fleshy areas. Many times over, I explained what was taking place in my home to the authorities. I was repeatedly told it was a psychological issue with me. When I first started having severe stomach pains in 2021, I knew I needed a gastroenterologist. Again, I was told it was in my head. 4 years later, a colonoscopy revealed precancerous polyps, putting me at high risk for colon cancer. Medical neglect is real. I have been dehumanized by this experience. I care deeply about our community and providing access to necessary resources, especially legal, to stop domestic violence among men, women, and children of all races. This includes appointing court-appointed supervisors with no conflicts of interest, regular, mandatory drug testing for addicts seeking custody, especially sole custody, and a system of checks and balances that makes corruption in custody cases involving minors of drug abusers a criminal act. Please join me in this important mission, helping moms, dads, and children get a clean and fair start after leaving abuse. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have additional public comments? Thank you.
I come with gifts. She's got the gifts.
Thought it was food.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for having us today. My name is Lisa Dickinson Mountcastle. I'm the president of the Essex County Conservation Alliance. I grew up here in Essex on a farm in the northern part of the county. My family's all here. My nephew's still farming. I live most of the time in Alexandria, which makes me love and appreciate this county more than ever. I'm joined by Leslie Reynolds, first ever executive director for ECCA. Leslie and her husband Ben also live here full-time in Upper Essex as well. The ECCA was founded in 2007 to promote and protect the rural nature of Essex County. We do this through education and advocacy to potential threats, as advocacy as potential threats or opportunities arise in Essex. We wanted to introduce ECCA to you all this evening. I think a few of you all, Mr. Henry, Mr. Hale, are new members. Thank you all of you, for serving in this role in the capacity that you do. I know it's a lot of work, and we certainly appreciate the work you do. While we are a conservation nonprofit, we are not a NIMBY, not in my backyard organization. We are not a land trust, but we do promote conservation easements to help ensure that farmland is preserved. Our membership is made up of supportive folks in Essex and surrounding counties.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, I'm glad to be here as the first acting executive director of the ECCA. It's been quite a learning experience. Lisa is right to stress that we are not a NIMBY organization, we recognize the fact that Essex County has to grow and prosper. We believe in solar power in the right, being constructed in the right places, or housing, again, in the right place. And we have been educating ourselves on all things data centers, and have noted with alarm what our neighboring localities have faced. Very often, they're very unprepared for what they've faced. We are here because we would like to be a resource for you all in all of these issues where we can be. We'd be happy to help with research and fact-finding if you need it. We plan to host a data center forum in the spring of this year. We're working out the date right now. It's going to be an info session open to the public. We're also going to offer, because of fabulous Carlos, as we all know and love, is going to run our IT and make it available online so people that can't show up physically can join in. And also a conservation easement workshop in the fall as part of our educational outreach. We hope that y'all will consider joining us for those events. We also produce a yearly magazine, and that's what the stack of publications is over there in front of John. That's copies of the 2004 magazine and the 2005 magazine, and there's also some little, a trifold handout info brochure that's there that we use at, tented events, that kind of thing. So please pass them along, share them, read them. They're actually pretty interesting. People love them. I just had some guy in Kilmarnock call me and ask me to send him 10 copies or 5 of each of those years. So, so we hope that you enjoy them.
Yeah. So, do you all have any questions for us? Anything you want to ask about what we do, who we are, why we do it?
Not during public comment, but if we do have that opportunity, that we'll certainly reach out to you guys.
Great.
Our business cards are also there, so
Perfect.
you have our,
No, appreciate what you guys do.
thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you
We
so much.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Any additional public comments? Lou?
Chairman Akers, supervisors, I just want to make a brief announcement. I've taken a position with the Pharmaceutical Industry Labor Management Association. I'm the new Virginia State Director. It's twofold, doing some lobbying on behalf of pharma at the General Assembly. And then after that work is over with in the off-season, I'll be promoting skilled labor to build the pharmaceuticals that Governor Youngkin invited into Virginia. Wanted to make that announcement. I'd like to stay on the Planning Commission, but I want to make sure that we don't have a conflict of interest. So I'm hoping we can work that out, and I'm just waiting for some direction.
And we can check with Max. I don't believe there's going to be any conflict with that if it's not internal.
Okay, I've made a few phone calls. I don't think that's the case, but I just wanted to be sure.
Thank you, Lou.
Chairman.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congratulations, by the way. All in the eyes of the beholder. Any additional public comments? Hearing none, we'll close out the public comment section. We'll move into our county administrator and agency reports. For the chairman's report, I don't have anything to add. We have had both Vice Chairman Gill and I have had meetings with the couple of the new school board members that's on that committee, talking about finances and plans going forward. We will continue to have those meetings pretty regularly here as we move through the budget cycle. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Supervisor Magruder just to give an update, and anybody else that wants to provide any input that was also at the legislative day for VACO to provide just a quick synopsis.
Anything, Joe, you want me to go? I'll go, all right. It's going to be an interesting year in the legislative-wise. They're talking about allowing counties to add a 1% sales tax to meals tax to help with money for either doing improvements, renovations at schools, or to build new schools, et cetera. So that could be a possible revenue source. There are 5 counties, I think, in the state that are allowed to do that, and a couple maybe cities, but it's not many, but they want to open it up, that option. But it would be a referendum just to make that clear, the citizens of the county would decide if they want to do that or not. So even though that legislation may pass, it doesn't mean that the county can just automatically do it. It'll have to go to a referendum. That was one of the big ones that they talked about. For our Commissioner of Revenue and Treasurer, they are talking about $3 million in the Forestry Sustainability Fund this year, a little bit more money, which would be nice. That would be helpful. There's also quite a bit of legislation about right to work and unionizing, which may affect the budgets of a lot of counties and stuff for personnel if those legislation goes through. So also talking about limits on sovereign immunity, which may cause an increase in insurance costs. Just, you know, a lot of things that may be costing the county more money. They did talk about the Child Services Act, as well as money for the SNAP program. So it looks like it is in the governor's budget to help us supplement some of that money that's not coming from the federal government, but we don't know until that budget passes. So, and I know that Candace will keep us up to date on that during budget time. So, one other thing in here, bear with me. A lot of stuff going on with solar, lots and lots. There's probably 40 bills flying around right now. So, and then also being able to put battery storage on solar. If you got solar, they can automatically put these batteries there for long-term or short-term uses, and there would be no change in the host site agreement. So. In other words, the county would just have to accept it, and there's no extra money coming back to the county to allow them to do that. And there's a lot of issues with safety as well with that. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on with solar, and the other thing is that the state would have more control on where solar could be sited. So it may override county zoning ability or comp plans, and a lot of that stuff. It's all in the works. You know, nothing's concrete yet, but just to be aware of those issues. But that was from the VACO meeting. Anything else, Joe?
Yeah, the biosolids.
Yeah.
The biosolids is, they're trying to ban it altogether. So that's up in the air too. And then, this is something that's for everybody, especially in elderly personnel around here in the county. Now they're talking about Medicaid. You're gonna be reevaluated. You gotta go back and apply every 6 months now. And the governor, she spoke in depth about that, about getting the people that's working with Medicaid to be more trained, to be up on what's going on. So if you got Medicaid, you're gonna have to go out and every 6 months and get re-verified that you're allowed to have it. So that's something to pass along to the elderly within the community.
But VACO does a lot of advocacy for counties and to protect our rights and interests, so they do a great job, and this is just one of the things they do, a legislative day, which was well attended by Essex County.
I mean, we've been aware of some of these things coming down the pipeline. You know, the whole thing with solar, we were looking at last year on whether they're gonna put some mandates on requiring counties to have a certain percentage. I mean, that can obviously happen. That will impact, to your point, John, the comp plan and potential locations of where it might be. So it didn't happen last year. I think it's more probable this year that might go through. So we'll just have to keep an eye on all that.
Mr. Chairman, could we, I know we always do this, but put an early invitation out to our representatives from the General Assembly, Delegate Hodges and Senator Stewart, to brief the board, this board, after the General Assembly session is over.
That's a good idea. Yeah, if we can send a message out to them. Yeah, it's a good idea. All right, April, did you have anything that you want to add?
No, unless there's any questions from the board report I provided to the supervisors. The shout outs I was gonna give, John's gonna cover.
All right, let's see. Nita, did you have anything additional to add? Carlos? Carlos here?
He's not here.
He's at a
Brian?
conference.
Brian here? Striking out, I can't see over there. Kyle? You sure? All right. Mary's not here. Jay, you have anything you want to add?
Real quick, the Brady's Fork Transfer Station, we got that repaired last week. So we're keeping an eye on it, and it's just hard keeping it smooth like it is, just putting a Band-Aid on it every week. But,
It looks good right now.
okay, hopefully it'll stay that way for at least 2 weeks.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Give you at least a week.
About a week, yeah.
Thanks, Jay. Haven, did you have anything to add? Kay's not here. Candace, did you have anything to add? Cupper's not here. Chuck, do you have anything to add to your report? Ansela's not here. I'll go through the, Penny, did you have anything to add? Kristen? Little Arnie? Oh. Dr. Jones? Please step on up. I didn't see you come in.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I don't have very much to add or to offer this evening, just that I'm aware, I've been away a little bit, but I'm aware that it's budget season. And so I have not had an opportunity to participate in the meetings that have been held so far, but I look forward to joining you all very shortly so that we can continue those discussions. The other thing that I'll just leave you with, I know that there's talk of funding us at ADM around 1025, and that's great. Super excited about that. Currently, our ADM is around 1048 last count, so just keeping you abreast of that, that's all. And lastly, I'm sure you heard that we had a tragedy in the school system just yesterday, and so we just ask that you keep the school division, but most importantly, Zay's family in your thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll probably be having a meeting probably within the next couple weeks, pretty soon. I know we want to have one before the end of February on the school finance.
Yes, sir.
So we'll make sure you're aware of that. And then something else to maybe take back, we talked about it here at the work session a little bit, is our discussion about moving forward with transitioning to Edmunds, the software.
I've heard about it. Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
That's something that I know this board would like to see move sooner rather than later, just because of the efficiencies that it causes and the amount of time it takes to do that type of migration.
Yeah,
So-
you all already use Edmunds,
Correct.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, we've been using it for a while,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
And I know Nita and April have been working with Edmunds, so be a good resource as well if you need to ask other questions. I don't know enough about the software, just know that we use it, so I can't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, same here, but
And
I
I'd
know
probably
you
get in
asked.
trouble if I hit a button, so I
know you
don't.
asked. There you go. Yeah, very good. All right, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, John, it's on you.
All right.
Shout outs.
The big one. All right. We all went through the winter storm, okay? And without the help from the sheriff's department, so Mr. Hayes, please take that back to our sheriff and staff, that we greatly appreciate. The extra hours that dispatch as well put in was a great help. Social Services did an outstanding job. Please, Candace, take that to your folks. We appreciate this. And this is coming from all the board here. Even our IT department was involved in this Snowmageddon episode here. So also our EMS, Kyle, please take that back to your personnel, and just all emergency services, Kyle, Wes, and Jonathan were extremely helpful, and want to note their participation in getting us through this difficult time. And especially, last but not least, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody, and do not be offended by that, your help is appreciated. But I do want to call out our facility staff. So Jay, please tell Mark, Harold, John Lee, and Dylan how much we appreciate it. What work I did on a little bit of driveway, and I can't imagine what those four gentlemen did, and all the other help that I'm sure it came from Kyle, Wes, Jonathan, and others, you know, to get that ice off that pavement. That was just a monster job, and we really appreciate it, to get us back online so that we could service this community.
And actually, John, to that point, if we have the picture or video of Jay on the tractor trying to move that ice, looking like a schoolboy that just lost his lunchbox, that'd be worth having on the screen. He was defeated. Big old tractor, he was just. There you go. Yeah.
We hope that was a once-in-a-lifetime event, so, and I know you all do as well, but thank you, all staff, all personnel. We as a board notice these things, and we do really, really appreciate it, because I know you wanted to get us back online so we can serve the citizens in this county, and I thank you for that, so.
And Wes gets an A for effort, because I saw him out there with a box of Morton salt, sprinkling it
Franklin?
around when Jay was trying.
Rob, every little bit helps, buddy. Every little bit helps. So we appreciate it. We really do. Also, a shout out to Brian Seal, who is looking into a joint maintenance facility grant. That's big, folks. If we can get some assistance, some grant money to build that joint facility, that's more money we can shift to other CIP projects in the county, which are definitely needed. So grant money is important, and we've got a great team to do that. So. Also want to shout out, Anita, all your work that you've been doing to get the budget and the audit. We noticed that. We would greatly appreciate that. So, also want to shout out to our EDA. The folks aren't here, but Woody Walker has been working with RCC developing a machinist program. He facilitated a meeting between Go Virginia Workforce Development and the Bay Consortium, and Pallet Machine Group, and a lot of people don't know this, but Pallet Machine Group's out here by the high school, and they have latched onto this because they need machinists. So these are the quiet things that the EDA does to help bring employment, to help bring skill sets here in this community, and it is greatly appreciated. So they're doing a fantastic job, EDA. Shout out to the Clean Essex Committee. They received a Keep Virginia Beautiful Award, okay, for the trash cleanup they're doing. So, folks, we're getting noticed for what we're doing out there. So that's great. And keep up the good work, and let's try to keep our streets clean. So with that, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, Rob, as always.
Ronnie, anything additional?
I think he did a great job. We do have one member of the EDA here.
Yeah, Madeline.
Madeline?
Not Madeline, okay. Sorry, Madeline. Take that back, please, to your folks. Please do.
Great job.
Calvin, you have anything? No. Joe? Appreciate it, gentlemen. All right, board and committee minutes. Any board members have any questions or comments with the minutes that were provided? Hearing none, we'll go to our consent agenda. Can I get somebody to take all three as a motion to approve?
I move to take all three items.
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, ayes have it. All right, new business. First, we have the proposed 26-27 budget calendar. So we made a couple modifications on that. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, ayes have it. Next, we have a budget action form for the library. The amount's for $2,800, and this is for tuition and travel expenses for the Virginia Women's Municipal Leadership Institute. Haven, I don't know if you wanted to speak to that at all, or you tell us.
Hello. So there were 25 women who applied to be a part of this Virginia Women's Municipal Leadership Institute. It is part with Virginia Tech, and I was chosen to participate, and this is a year-long endeavor. I believe that the schedule was passed along, and that kind of shows what topics will be going on at each session, so I'm really excited.
Well, good. Congratulations on that. Board members, did you have any questions for Haven?
Congratulations.
Professional
you.
development's always great.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the transfer from reserves of $2,800 for funding as presented.
We have a second. Moved and properly seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. Thank you, Haven. Next, we have a budget action form for our fleet management for $500. And that's a refund from a vehicle that we sold, a vehicle.
Vehicle that was purchased was subject to a rebate of buying a new vehicle, and we'd like to put that back into fleet management to
So it's
fund future purchases.
money coming back in, not going out. Shouldn't have much problem with that. Get a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we have a resolution to, oh, I'm sorry, I skipped facilities. Thank you, April. Next, we have the big one, the budget action form for $84,328. This is for our facilities to replace two of the HVAC units, two of the large HVAC units at the administrative building. Jay can come up and answer any questions, should you guys have it. I know he looked at working with Train on not only repairing the units, but also with replacement, and the cost of repairing was gonna be not much different than a little bit more to replace them, so.
Go figure. Does this request also include a service agreement or a guarantee?
Though these units will
Warranty.
automatically be put into the maintenance agreement, the
Okay.
current one.
Right. And there's a warranty?
Unfortunately, for commercial, it's 1 year.
1 year, okay. Well, you get what you get, so.
Yeah.
So how long would it take to put these units in?
So if we approve it, it should be a 6-week turnaround, so probably plan on 10.
And how old were the other units?
They were 2011 units.
11 units.
So
That's about right.
Yep.
That's
they're
a little
they're
bit more than
they're
I
at the
expected,
end.
so that's good.
Sounds like helicopters.
Because I think
taking off from
the
the
repair
airport.
cost, if I'm not mistaken, Jay, the repair costs, we looked at the repairs it would take this year, maybe even into next year, you were around 60-something thousand.
So the repairs for one unit were 30,000 and some change, and repairs on a second unit were 6,000. But they're the same identical units and the same age, and so if we repaired, say we repaired a $6,000 unit, replaced a $30,000 unit, it's not a guarantee that the $30,000 hiccup wouldn't happen next year on the unit we didn't replace. So,
Board members, any questions for Jay? Do we get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the transfer of $84,328 from reserves to cover the cost of the HVAC units for the administration building as presented.
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. Now we'll go to our proposed resolution 26-002, a resolution to end the local emergency.
So moved. That's a good idea.
So we have a motion to accept 26-002, also been seconded. It's been, motion's been made, properly seconded. Any discussion?
Will there be any money because of a local emergency?
That's a great question.
No, we didn't qualify.
Sorry, Kyle.
She's already looking into it.
You guys are so on this
Well,
item.
the threshold was so high for this particular debt.
Okay, well,
But it was necessary in case we
Understand.
did have those types of expenses.
sure. It's part of the process that we've
That's part of that paperwork.
gotten ready for, so, again, bang-up job they all did, so.
All right. Got a motion on the table. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. Next, we have our BZA reappointment, and there, I believe we just need a motion to direct our attorneys to file whatever paperwork needed through the courts.
I will,
To re-
Prepare a petition order recommending Mr. Hill.
Yep, that's what
appointed to BCA.
That's what I was thinking. It just didn't come out that way. But yes, I agree.
I'll make the motion to give the directive to legal to petition the court to reappoint Ed Hale to the BZA for a term ending 11/30/2030.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion's been made, properly seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. And we had, did we have something else we're adding in here?
You just want a quick VIPSA update?
Yeah, the VIPSA, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of a bad news, but the just cost of things, we're looking at about an 11% increase for our area. The Middle Peninsula took it very hard for an increase, but we weren't the highest, so King Queen, I think, took that. But we're looking at an increase in VIPSA services just because just generally things are costing more, equipment, et cetera, et cetera. So just to be aware of that. They are looking at some other things to try to reduce some cost as well. So they are looking on both sides of it. So, anyway, the landfill disposal, they're going to lock in for 2 years. Is going to be increased now, but it'll lock it in for the next 2 years. So that was good news there. But that wasn't a big increase, but it was some increase there as well. So other than that, just updating you on some of the goings on at VIPSA.
Have we got their budget request yet? That's what it has been. So we'll see that come up when we have our discussions.
Yeah,
You
just
will.
be prepared. We'll see an increase.
11% decrease, got it.
And
All right. Hearing nothing else,
I have one item to update
Yep.
from Dr. Jones. He reported the ADM was 1048, but it is actually at 1054. Is that correct? So he wanted to update the record.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Jones, do you know if that includes, is that just K through 12, or does that include PK? K-12 does not include PK. Okay, thank you. All right, someone want to lead us into closed session?
I move that the Essex County Board of Supervisors convene in closed meeting pursuant to Code of Virginia, Section 2.2-3711A1 for the discussion, assignment, and appointment of appointees to the Essex County Economic Development Authority, Bayesian Consortium, Workforce Development Board, and the Virginia Peninsula Public Service Authority, and pursuant to Section 2.2-3711A3 for the discussion and/or consideration of the acquisition of real property for a public purpose and for the disposition of publicly held real property where discussion in an open meeting would adversely affect the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the board related to the purchase agreements, leases, and use agreements, potential property acquisition, and public facilities pursuant to Section 2.2-3711A7 for the consultation with legal counsel and briefings by staff members pertaining to the actual litigation where such consultation or briefing in open meeting would adversely affect the negotiating or litigating posture of the public body related to settlement communications, and pursuant to Section 2.2-3711A8 for the consultation with legal counsel employed or retained by a public body regarding specific legal matters requiring the provisions of legal advice by such counsel, including related to litigation demands, agreements, and real estate transactions.
Second.
Can I get a motion to call us back into open session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, back in open session. If we do a roll call, please?
Chairman Akers,
Present?
Vice Chairman Gill. Vice Chairman Gill,
Present.
thank you.
Bueller?
Supervisor Hale,
Present.
Supervisor Henry,
Here.
Supervisor Magruder.
Present.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, well, somebody,
Whereas the Essex County Board of Supervisors convened a closed session on this date pursuant to the affirmation recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and whereas Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by the board that such closed sessions were conducted in conformity with Virginia law, now there be it resolved that the board hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, one, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirement of Virginia law were discussed in closed session, to which the certification resolution applies, and two, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which closed session was convened were heard, discussed, or considered in the meeting by the board.
Any member who believes that there was a departure from the requirements of clauses 1 and 2 shall state the substance of the departure that in his judgment has taken place. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and certify the board.
Chairman Akers,
I certify.
Vice Chairman Gill,
I certify.
Supervisor Hill,
I certify.
Cue it back. April. You got it.
Supervisor Henry,
I certify.
Supervisor McGritter.
I certify.
Thank you, gentlemen.
We're making her lose it now. All right, board, we have a few motions. Calvin.
You ready? I move that we appoint Alan Dan to the EDA for a term ending 12/31/2028.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. John?
I motion to appoint Bud Smith to the Bay Consortium Workforce Development Board as the CLEO designee for a term ending 12/31/27.
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it.
I move, Mr. Chairman, I move to appoint John Magruder as the alternate to the Virginia Peninsula Public Service Authority with a term ending 12/31/26.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. Board requests and directives. Our offices will be closed on February 16th in observance of George Washington Day. Our work session is going to be on March 10th at 5 o'clock here in the Beal Boardroom, followed by our regular meeting at 7. Any other actions or directives, gentlemen? Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.